Back.
How's it going?
No guests, but back.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you, I saw someone posted something, it might have been Josiah's Green, but was there video of you back in the gym training?
There may or may not have been videos of me back in the gym training. Yes,
Good.
yes.
Good for you.
Good to hear.
That's great.
I'm slowly getting back in there.
Same.
I was in Monday. I was in Tuesday.
Nice.
Wasn't in yesterday.
Nice. Opposite of me, I'm slowly not going to training anymore. After taking like 2 months off and maybe more, I was like, I feel great. Like I feel good about waking up, going to the gym again. And then that lasted very shortly. And now I make it like once a week maybe. Like tomorrow I plan on going. Wednesday I planned on going too. I even waked up, my alarm went off, and then nothing happened. I like snoozed it. I was like, I'll be fine. I'll go Friday. But like the schedule's so bad, like for my weekend work, then I get Monday off. It's like my first day to sleep in. And then I go to work Tuesday. So I don't get to sleep in Tuesday morning. I got to wake up at like 5 and be to work by 7. And Wednesday came around. I was like, I'm not going to wake up early again today.
No.
It just wasn't worth it for me.
I don't
feel
wake
that.
up early.
I've been pretty disciplined about waking up at 6 a.m. to go work out.
Yeah.
And recently, the last like week, almost 2 weeks, it's been like, I can't do it. It's so
It's
difficult.
tough.
I'm also going to bed later and later.
Yep.
Then I used to be like 9:30 at the latest going to bed.
That's my
But now
style,
it's like 11:30, 12. The
man.
other day I did like 1 in the morning.
Oh, shit.
I know.
My
I
wife
work
does
for
that.
About
this.
my daily routines.
This is your daily routine.
Every day.
I could imagine.
I'm
yeah.
feeling it's not healthy.
This is why I literally don't wake up until like 8 o'clock.
Yeah. I think it's the kid thing. Like as parents, like just used to waking up early
You
with
have
kids,
to be
right?
up.
And
They're
but
up. How are they up?
all the time. Yeah, I watched this funny video, and I wish we could even show it on here. I could find it if we had a behind the scenes person, maybe. But it was a little reel of Hasbulla, like doing like a little workout. He's doing some push-ups and some stretches and lifting a little bit of weights. And it said,
Love.
my toddler at 5 a.m. getting ready to come wake me up
100%.
and ruin my day.
I'm
Yeah.
almost sure I've seen the video.
It was the best thing I've ever seen.
Don't do it, Kevin. It's a trap.
No.
Yeah, don't
I
have little
don't plan on it.
Hasbullas.
Yeah, I know. You think they'd like sleep in, but they don't. It's 6 a.m. They're like, Mom, what's going on? What's happening? And I'm like, make
That
your own
was
bowl
me.
of cereal.
I mean, honestly, that was me.
Yeah, probably. It's probably all of us, right? Until we're teenagers.
Right,
And
and
then,
then you
like,
wanna
my
sleep
teenage
in.
boys, like, they just lock themselves in their room, which is great, right? And then, once in a while, one of them comes out and wants to, like, get some rounds in the garage. And that's about it. Other than that, they just hide in the room. Which at that age, like, you know, no offense, boys, like, I love you, but lock yourselves in your room. Like,
feel that.
my time is done with you guys.
I feel that.
Unless you guys want to wrestle, then you guys can play video games and I'll watch YouTube.
I
Yes.
understand.
And that's it. But
Sounds like a good life.
man, yeah, like waking up early for me now is just, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's partly because like my instructor's not really there anymore. So like, what am I even going to the gym for? And if I'm only going to the gym for me and like not to work on this goal to like get to black belt, which just seems like impossible because nobody's there, like
Yeah.
dangling a black belt in front of me. It's like, well, if I'm only going for myself, I'm perfectly fine going once a week. Maybe
is
not
fine.
going for 2 months. And that could just be my routine now.
That's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that,
No.
honestly.
I thought I was going to have some motivation to get back into the gym, like some good motivation to get in. And then I thought there's going to be some other cool stuff going along, and I've been ghosted. And-
You've been ghosted?
I've been ghosted, yeah. Message them, and you know who you are. I bet you watch this. And, you know, offered me like this, talked about that. And a little bit later, messaged him back. I was like, all right, let's talk about
Let's
it.
do it.
And no response.
Dun, dun, dun.
And you know, Facebook Messenger, it shows you
That they
when
read
they've
it.
read it, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Like,
You can even click on it and put unread.
yeah.
So like if you were like just wanted to take a peek at it and then get out of it,
How great would it be if like I go back now and it just says unread?
that'd be funny.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, I do watch this. Thanks for telling me.
Exactly.
The worst part about it is like I message him and like for me to like get motivation to do something like for me at like this age like would be a crazy thing. And I was like, all right. So I spent a couple days like, all right, am I going to do this? We could do this. Like, I got a couple months to get ready for this. And so finally, one night at work, I was just bored. It was a grave shift. I was like, nothing's going on. I was like, all right, I'm just going to message him. And then I was like, oh, shit, I can't believe I did it. And then days went by. I'm like, fuck, all right. Nothing. And then on Thanksgiving, though, after it said he saw the message days later on Thanksgiving, he sent something. It was like, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And that was it. Like, and when I saw the message pop up from him, I was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
It's time to start getting ready. Time to actually get back in the gym. And it just said happy Thanksgiving. I was like, what the fuck? Like, all right. All right. So
I did see like, what was maybe it's a TikTok, me and my TikToks. A TikTok video where it's like, if you ask a man too many questions, they'll only respond to one.
Yeah.
And so this one's a little different because he didn't respond at all to any of your questions.
Funny enough, that's what my wife does to me. Exactly what he did. She does it faster. It doesn't take days to respond. But
she knows where you live. You guys sleep in the same bed.
I'll ask her something every day, like today, literally today. And like, it happens all the time. So like today I kind of had enough of it. And I was like, I'm just not going to respond back to your messages now.
Ooh.
So I let her know I was awake, to get the kids, asked her how was work, right? Like, all right, here's me engaging in conversation with you.
Love that.
How's work? She is like, oh man, you're alive. And then says something. She's like, I was just about to text you. And then I was like, all right, but I asked you a question. And then like I got 4 more messages. I was like, none of them answering my question, right? And
been there.
I was just like, and like an hour went by maybe. I was like, nope, I'm not texting you back. And then finally she's like, you're really pissing me off. I was like, and in my head, I'm like, good. And then so finally she calls and she's like, oh, now you can answer? And she's like, I texted you. I was like, I know. And I texted you first. I don't know if you know this. And I asked you a question. And she was like, you said, how was work? I was like, yeah. And you never answered me. So that's how it feels.
That's how it feels
when to get ignored, your question to get ignored. And I was like, yeah, so from now on, if I don't text you back, you just need to scroll up and find my question because this is every day. And she was like, so you're just being petty? I was like, yeah, I'm 100% being petty.
It's okay.
I was like, I can't help it though. This is every day. So
I'll try this with Hunter because it's me that sends a message and I'll ask him a question and then I don't hear back from him and I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is life.
This is it, yeah.
This is it.
And I'm fine with life, but once in a while, it's like it's time to be petty. And
you gotta spice things up a little bit.
I had
I agree.
7 messages in a row, and I was just like laughing because she was like, "Are you fucking serious? This is really rude." I was like, "All you gotta do is see the question I texted you.
All you have to do is say,
which you saw because
good.
When I brought it up,
Works good.
Yeah, works good. Which is exactly what I'd say. I would just say fine, and that's it. And then I'm pretty sure it's your turn to ask a question. Then I'll ask a question, and then we'll see each other at home. And that was too much. So. I'll pay for it later, probably.
It's okay.
But it's
your
okay.
food.
In my food, yeah.
She like spits in it.
Which is
might
the
be
thing
into
now.
that.
I don't know if you guys watch. I'm sure it's on TikTok because Instagram Reels come from there. I'm pretty sure. I heard. But now it's all about goth girls spitting in your food.
Yeah,
or
no,
in
it
your
is.
Starbucks barista.
It is.
I can tell you're not watching the right Reels. By
Yeah,
your
clearly
reaction
you're
to
not
this.
getting the right algorithm.
Yeah,
What
obviously
are you watching?
obviously my algorithm's off, maybe. Which has to be yours because Kevin knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude, come on. You've
No,
never
seen-
heard of the goth barista asking to spit in your drink?
And it goes so much deeper than that.
Oh, this is like a kink?
We could say that.
Yeah.
We could say that.
To be honest, I don't know if it's a kink per se because I think kinks just pertain to certain people.
She's like
I think
asking
this
you?
pertains to everybody.
She's like, "Do you want me to spit in your
Well,
drink?"
no,
And
you
you're
ask
like,
her.
"What do you look
Yeah,
like?"
you ask
first?
her.
You ask
Oh,
her.
you ask her.
Yeah.
To
She
spit in your
can't.
drink.
She can't ask that. She's
You know-
working.
This is. I've
The-
literally asked.
You've never
my
heard
boss.
of the Goth Mommies?
Yes.
That's
No.
that's literally, look it up on Instagram.
I believe you.
That's what you'll find. The
Yeah.
Goth Mommies.
I don't know if I want my algorithm to
Yeah. It's
start
not bad.
thinking I'm into this.
It's
My
not
phone's
bad.
already listening.
That's true. That is very true.
Oh yeah, your algorithm's already.
It's already yeah.
No.
As soon as you close out of whatever you're on now, it's just gonna pop up.
Oh, this
Google's gonna get
episode.
you.
Yeah, you're gonna have so many.
But
Hashtag Goth Mommies.
yeah, I remember that. And it goes way deeper than that too.
Oh,
like,
no!
It's much worse. Honestly.
It gets much worse.
We'll spare you. Hopefully the
Yeah.
algorithm doesn't, but we will.
We will.
Spitting
yes.
is like one of those things.
That's step 1.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's step one.
That is.
I don't even know if there's like a in between step between what the next step is, what the next video I saw was, but it gets wild.
Oh no, I can't. Spitting is one of those things where, so now that I'm grown, I'm a grown ass woman. I don't fight people anymore, right? Like in school,
For
you'd be like,
free.
"Hey, you want to
Fair
fight?"
enough.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
do it for money. Except in jujitsu, you got to pay. But
Every month.
I know. And so then, if you spit at me, I've asked my boss this because I work with a lot of attorneys,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, if someone spits at me,
It's assault.
It's assault. Yeah.
so I
it's
throw
assault.
hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happens?
You're legally, that's defending yourself.
Right. Am I
Because they could
defending
have,
myself? Is it
they could
battery?
have
Is it
some
assault?
disease.
Yeah, they could have
you
the
don't
herpes.
know.
100%.
Yeah.
And so how far can I go throwing hands? And so we have gone back and forth with
I bet it's a fine line.
friends. Right.
It's
And
a
so
real
now
fine line.
there's somebody making, or she's making tips, or she's just doing them a favor. She's like, I'll spit in your drink.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is wild.
Yeah.
People like it. I don't know.
People like it. Yeah.
This is at Starbucks.
I think hopefully
It's
anywhere.
all over. All
Oh.
over. Anywhere there's a goth mommy.
Next restaurant I go to, she better be there.
Yeah. If I find the
Unless
next
my
goth
wife's
mommy I
listening.
find, I'm asking her to spit in my drink, and
Are
we'll
you-
see if she's legit.
I'm gonna see my wife.
How do
will
you
it.
know if she's spitting it?
No, you don't know. You just have to trust.
It's like
Yeah.
green.
Hopefully
loogie
not.
on it?
Hopefully black or something.
Oh,
Hopefully-
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Goth
who
girls.
knows?
My bad for assuming it's green.
You could have like green lipstick or something.
I mean, if
you
it
just
was
had to
green,
take their
she's probably
word
really
for it.
sick.
Ooh,
You know?
or it's their lipstick, or
That's-
I don't know if that's a goth thing or an emo thing, or if there's even a line between the two.
What is
I
happening?
think there is a line between the two, but I think
Probably.
we've gotten far off our topic. I mean, I don't know.
Jujitsu.
I'm enjoying it, but it's
Yeah.
hard.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
no,
it's quite
I will
hilarious.
not do spit. That is wild.
Well,
That
I think in
is
this
worth
case,
getting
Hunter
your
would
ass
have to do
beat.
it.
Yeah.
He would be
Hunter
asking
would have
for
to
somebody
be your
to spit.
goth
And I would
mommy.
have to
I
ask.
need you to
He
go
would be my
home.
goth. He would spit. I would throw hands with Hunter if he spit in my
Well.
food.
No, you have to do it for him.
You'd have to.
I have to spit
I
in his
think
food.
this is like a pretty fine line of sexual discrimination. Only the girls can do this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Right?
okay.
Like-
And everything's consensual, by the way.
Yeah.
None of this is like.
Unless you guys are into that, like goth
Non-consensual.
daddies might be a thing. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
My algorithm's locked in though.
Yeah.
That's true.
And so yeah, what you need to do is go home and tell him you're going to spit in his drink.
And see what he does. See if he wants.
I already
that.
know what he would do. Hunter is such a germaphobe. He won't. He has a hard time sharing his water with me. So if I forget my water bottle, we're sparring, and I'm like, "Can I drink out of your water?" He like gives me a look, like, "Are you
Oh,
serious?"
really? Oh,
Yeah. Like, oh, he's gotten a lot better about it now, but he used to be
waterfall
like,
it, please waterfall it.
yeah, like, and he's got to watch me do it. Yeah,
That's
no,
so
Hunter
funny.
is not into that at all.
Does he not kiss you?
Well, we go
Not without
on the
gloves
lip.
on.
Oh, we go. That's it.
Oh, nice. The French.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
still-
If things are getting really spicy, we'll like add some tongue.
Ooh.
But like
oh,
we're not like,
So you're still swapping spit in a kiss anytime. So
but we can't like think about it. You
it's
know?
okay.
That's
fair.
okay.
That's fair.
We're not like open your
Germaphobes.
mouth.
Wait until he like whips out an extra water bottle he brought for you. Here you go.
Here he does this for me.
I have actually been thinking about this.
Wow,
That's so funny.
Yeah. Which could be considerate.
that would
too.
be really sweet.
very considerate too. Yeah. So look that up, everybody.
Oh no, I'm
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I'll
Get on
start
it.
sharing them for
Y'all
you
do
guys.
it. Y'all let me
Oh,
know
yeah.
how it is. Comment.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
if you
even-
haven't seen the Instagram, always on point. The memes, everything's so great.
Everything.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
a whole thing.
Oh yeah.
It is. I don't even know how we got here.
I've been super into
Missed it.
Am I the asshole?
Oh, I
That's
love
what
that
I've been. I
subreddit.
love
That's very
that. I
good.
love
Wait,
that
what is
subreddit.
that?
I've gotten into Reddit recently. It's like, am I the? It's like a bunch of people anonymously
It sucks
submitting
because
messages.
Anytime
or-
I get on Reddit, it tells me I have to sign in because the site's inappropriate.
Well,
I think I'm trying to go to the wrong Reddit sites, though.
Yeah.
Reddit pages.
maybe.
Maybe-
But you also
Says
need an
18 or
account, I
older.
think, to be on Reddit.
Yeah. Wait, what do you have to do?
have an account.
I think you
Yeah.
have to have an account.
If you want to look at the good stuff, anyways.
yeah.
Because
It's just, are you 18? Then you go, yeah.
I don't want to make a whole.
But yeah.
No, I said I have to use the app. That's my thing.
Oh yeah, you have to use the app.
Yeah, I have
It's
to
easier on the
use
app.
the app, or I can't come here. So,
Makes sense.
fuck, no Reddit for me.
We should
Yeah.
go to the next camera. But yeah,
yeah,
I've been into
probably.
this subreddit, and people have wild stories on there, and
About
I
what,
usually do not like reading anything.
Yeah.
But I've really been into this,
And
like,
it's the whole topic of am I the asshole?
yeah, like, which is, I think, is amazing, because a lot of us grow up not really communicating with other people to know whether we are genuinely in the wrong about something, especially in our relationships. If you didn't like observe healthy relationships growing up, you don't know what that's like.
Did anybody?
They're yeah.
Right? 3 out of 3.
They don't want to be our friends, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
they're
Yeah.
like, you guys are weird.
I don't know if I grew up seeing healthy relationships.
Oh, like your daddy didn't beat your mom. Weird.
Well,
See,
hey.
just because your dad didn't beat your mom doesn't mean the relationship was healthy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it's like you could be very manipulative and not ever hit a woman.
Yeah.
You don't have to be physically abusive to be in an unhealthy relationship.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I agree.
Yeah, there's like verbal and
Yeah.
mental
I took it to the
warfare.
extreme for sure.
Yes.
But yeah, you could be absolutely super
And I'm just going to put out there,
weird with your behavior.
if your wife or significant other isn't spitting in your drink,
Oh, we're back.
you might have an unhealthy relationship.
Okay.
It could be healthier. That's what I'll say. It could be healthier.
It could be healthier.
Yes.
Okay. We should make a poll about that.
Oof.
Yes.
Already on it.
Oh.
Already, yes.
Already on it.
It's on his subreddit.
Yep. It'll be on my Instagram.
Yeah. It's on my OnlyFans. So
Is
check
it
it.
cool to spit in your partner's drink?
It's more than cool.
Okay. My vote's no.
It's all right.
Okay. We have my vote.
We'll
So am I the asshole?
Maybe.
Well, let's ask our viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, am I the asshole because I spit in my partner's
Sick.
drink? Do they know?
They have
Yes.
to know.
Yeah,
That's
we have to
part
know
of
this
it.
is-
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
That would make you the asshole.
Yeah.
There was this one story I read where it was like this boyfriend had been feeding his girlfriend slugs. Yeah, he was like feeding.
It was
putting
knowledge?
in. No, she didn't know.
Oh, wait. He was feeding her slugs?
Yeah, he was like feeding
funny,
her
yeah.
slugs and was like putting things in her food. And like to the point, I think he even like took her toothbrush and rubbed it on the toilet, or like thought about it and was like, "Oh, that's too far." And like that was the line for him. He was like, but he told her.
Shouldn't
So-
have done that.
Yeah.
My problem with Am I the Asshole is it's mostly just assholes going on there looking for validation that they weren't an asshole, and everyone is telling them,
No, you are.
"Nah, you're an ass."
You can't. You can't feed her slugs, bro.
You can't. Yeah, you're kind of a dick for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Or you have been so gaslit throughout your life that you like genuinely like. I think she was defending him. Like she was like, I
Oof,
think.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, like she was like,
What,
am
what
I
is-
the asshole for being mad at him for feeding me slugs and rubbing my toothbrush on the toilet?
What is gaslighting, though? Is that like you're leading somebody on, right?
Gaslighting
No.
isn't real. It's not.
I'm with
Gaslighting's
it.
fake.
All right, we're on board.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I like it.
So gaslighting is like saying that something didn't happen when it did happen,
Yeah.
and you're like, "No, you're crazy. That
Yeah.
didn't happen."
You're like making somebody believe they're crazy.
Yeah,
that
I'd be
something didn't happen.
gaslighting then. See, honey, there's a term for it. I'm gaslighting you.
See, I didn't even know gaslighting was a thing until I turned like 22, and someone was like, "You're a gaslighter," and I was like,
Sounds cool.
well, "That sounds cool." Well, like,
Yeah.
what is that? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's not your fight name. No, it's a very
nice.
negative term, you guys.
Damn.
It
It's
is
not cool.
manipulation.
Not
It is.
Cool.
It's very manipulative.
All right, all right. For podcast purposes, I do not be gaslighting.
Oh no, we got it.
No, gaslighting isn't real, guys. You're all just crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's fact.
Nice. We're gonna have an episode on all the cool new lingo out, and we're just gonna dissect that.
That one's been
Ooh.
out for a while. Me and Hunter sometimes, like when we're having communication, like miscommunication issues, and
When
we're
you're
like discussing
gaslighting
things.
each other?
Well, I'll be like, "Don't gaslight me," and he's like, "Well, you're gaslighting me. Don't gaslight my gaslight." And
Yeah.
so like we go back and forth
Just
using the
gassing
word.
each other up.
Yeah, I
huh?
feel like a
Which is a
therapist.
different term, and that's cool, right? If I'm gassing you up. So,
That is a different term.
Yeah.
To gas.
Gassing you up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
That's
not to be
hyping them
confused
up.
with. Yes, not to be confused with gaslighting them up.
No. Yeah. Well, fine lines, people. Fine lines.
Yeah.
So if I use one wrongly, I meant the other one. If I
Right.
offend you,
But
Gassing
also-
you up is positive.
Gaslighting isn't real. You're all just crazy.
Right.
I like it, which makes it seem like it's not a bad thing if we're now voting that it's not even real, right?
Right.
I mean-
not real, not actually happening. So, Moving on.
Moving on from our toxic behavior. Yes.
Am I toxic?
I like to think everybody's a little toxic.
Yeah, that's true.
We're all toxic in our own ways.
We are in this weird period of time where anything, you have to be like super careful about what you say because it could label you as toxic and then you're done.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people, you're just like, no forgiveness, we hate you. But I feel like we're slowly crawling out of that. If you haven't seen it, like if you genuinely apologize and are like, I see my wrongdoings, you take accountability, people will be like, okay.
I don't think that's a real thing, though.
Yeah, time to put the tinfoil
Accountability?
hat
No.
on
Yeah,
here.
like people like
Cancel culture was real. It's slowly dying, but take the tinfoil hat back off. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Accountability. That's a big word for Elmo.
Accountability doesn't
For Elmo?
exist anymore.
Wait, which one of us is Elmo?
That's me. Sorry.
Oh, thank God. All right.
Have you guys seen that TikTok?
No.
No, I don't have a TikTok.
You
TikTok
guys
either.
are, you're right. You're on the wrong side of the algorithm. You guys are watching goth girls spitting on drinks. I'm over
probably have
here
that on
laughing
TikTok.
at
They
Elmo.
definitely have that on TikTok.
Yeah.
We watch it on Instagram. That's where we watch it.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
boomers.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Instagram's an old thing now, right?
My TikTok's full of
I
cat
guess,
videos.
I guess it also does end up on Facebook because I do see them on Facebook every now and again. So that's mega boomer.
Yeah, those are
We're
like the real
millennial.
shitty ones, right?
Yeah.
That's where my wife hangs out on
Yeah.
the Facebook reels.
Those are terrible.
Yeah, those
lame.
are not good at all.
No.
Those are not very good. There's a lot of the, have you seen those? They're like clickbaity where it's like, I'm going to put all these ingredients in a pot. And then you like watch somebody for 20 minutes start like trying to put something together. And like you think something amazing is going to happen because it says, wait till the end. It's so
nothing
funny.
happens?
Nothing happens.
Nothing ever
Is
happens.
that
I hate
gaslighting?
those.
Yes.
That's gaslighting.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it's
Alright.
hard gaslighting.
My wife gets gaslit all the time on Facebook then.
Yes, everyone does. Those,
Yeah.
those
Even-
videos have millions of views.
All right.
And the comments are all the same. What the hell? This was a waste of time.
Yep.
They got to just get smarter than that and just fast forward to the end then.
I got stuck on
True.
this one where it was like, is this person like, there was something on this man's back. My earring keeps falling out, but it was on this man's back, and the guy was saying like, "Oh, they're ticks," and he was pretending, or I'm assuming because no doctor's really doing this, but like it's a doctor like taking the ticks off his back.
Yeah.
And I watched this for like 10 minutes before I was like, oh, I think these are beans. I think this man glued beans to his back because they were not moving. They were not doing anything. And once he took them off and put them on a tin, they would like cling on the tin.
Yeah.
And I was like, these can't be ticks. But I wasted my time for 10 minutes.
It's
And then when
okay.
I went
Did
to
you
the
just
comments,
smell yourself?
No, I burped.
All right.
And I wasn't trying to burp into the mic.
oh wow, you're so polite. Thanks.
Yeah,
Our
that's-
audience appreciates you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
So the
it's
guy
annoying.
glued beans to himself?
That's what he glued beans to like his back and to his neck, and the guy was just taking it off, and he was like pretending it was really painful. He's like, they're sucking my blood. And I was like, this
was
is
it
incredibly
crazy?
interesting. It was like one of those,
It's a fake video.
like where you see holes on people. You see like a bunch of holes, and it's like very like stimulating. Some people don't
TikTok
like
thing?
it. The video,
I've never seen this. You got the shitty algorithm.
I'm having a good time.
We're
But that
having a good time.
That video was a waste of
So
time.
it was a fake video though? Like
It was a
doctor?
fake. Like, yeah,
the
no.
whole
I
thing
went
was
to the
fake.
comments and people were like, "I think this is just beans." You're right. It's just beans.
guys. For those of you who can't differentiate between beans and bugs,
ticks.
they're beans. Yeah.
Some people just shouldn't be on social media. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's okay.
But if it's making you money,
That's true. Yeah. These
Like,
people over here are making money.
I think about it. With my current job, even though it's like really nice and I do genuinely enjoy it, I could not survive on it right now, given our economy at where it's at. Like if
Yeah.
it weren't for my partner's help
yeah.
in our finances,
No,
I'd be so.
It's tough
stuffed.
now. Like, I feel the same way. I was just
Yeah.
thinking about that the other day. Like, my kids are getting ready to like trying to get jobs, and I was just thinking, I was like, yeah, well, that's great that you guys are gonna get jobs. Like, hey, sorry, we couldn't give you guys allowances, but the struggle's real, guys.
The struggles.
And we're both working full-time jobs, and
Yeah.
it's fucking tough. I don't know how my parents gave me allowances and all the cool shit they gave me.
Oh,
But which it seemed like it was a lot at the time, but like we had like snowboards, but I guess even then like it was cheaper then, and I feel like the cost that everything rose
yeah.
isn't the same equivalent to like the pay raise, right?
No, it isn't.
So
No.
it evened out better back then, I think.
It did.
because
That's my
like,
understanding also.
Yeah.
have you seen like, I don't know if you guys snowboard or ski or anything. I looked at it when we got back from Florida. I was like, we're gonna get into like a winter sport. I'm not gonna work winters, or like snow removal anyway. So I'll look for another like cool winter hobby to do. And just like a lift ticket alone was like
They're
$100.
Yeah.
And if I take, one kid, I gotta take both boys. If I take the boys, I gotta take the girls. If the whole family's going, that means the wife's gotta go. That's $600 in
Nope.
just lift tickets.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
For half of a day on a weekend, pass.
No, I hear it.
A hard pass. Yeah. I don't
Snowboarding
know.
is fun though.
It is fun. I haven't done it in a long time.
I've not done it
And
at
I
all.
honestly don't even think like my knees could handle it anymore, but I wanted to. It was a cool pipe dream to have for a little bit.
I used to, like a few years ago, I'd go hike up Flat Top like a little bit, and then you'd snowboard down. There's like a little area that was pretty cool. They had like some jumps built there, and there was
Yeah.
a ramp. It was pretty cool.
I think the only time I ever like hiked and snowboarded was Hatcher's Pass.
I want to do that.
So probably about the same thing.
Yeah.
But now they have like a little ski thing at Hatcher's Pass now.
I haven't been, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. But it's cheaper than anywhere in town. It's like $40 for the pass. And they have like multiple different runs and all that, and the lift. So
That sounds sick.
it could be
That sounds
cool.
great. I love Hatcher's Pass.
Yeah.
It's just so far.
It is so far.
It is pretty far.
So
But I know nothing about snowboarding. That's like a whole new world.
yeah,
It's fun.
yeah.
I've seen enough people with broken ribs and broken limbs where I'm like, do I really want to try this? Do I want to spend the time doing something new? It's how people probably feel about jujitsu. They're like,
It's
you
fun.
say it's fun, but you're also limping or on crutches.
Oh man, yeah, everything.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with my coworker last night. Like he's getting like said a little bit older. Like he's not as old. I think he maybe just hit 30 or something. But like basketball, so he's like rolled his ankle, so it's sore, and like you got to move around a lot to warm it up and all that. And I'm like, that's every single day. Like I get out of bed, like I have to like move around
Yeah.
and get warmed up.
Same.
Just like taking some steps or something.
Just to get coffee.
Like before jiu-jitsu starts, like I have like a really shitty like stretch routine I do, which I
Really
think I just
shitty.
do because like I'm like, all right, this is something that should be done, but it takes 2 minutes to do my whole thing. And like I pretend to touch each toe, and I roll back and forth a couple times.
You're
I
gaslighting yourself.
I am. Yeah, I stretch my hips
Hard
out, and
Yeah, right?
and that's it. And then I'm still sore like when it starts, and then obviously like once like you get going, you're good. And then after it's over, within 30 minutes, like everything's just tightening back up, and you live the rest of the day like that.
Yeah.
So
I do
used to
spend a
train
lot
in
of
the
time.
morning. Like when I first started training, I was training at ABJJ, and I'd train in the morning jujitsu, and
Yeah.
then go and do jujitsu at AGA after. And it was terrible.
It's like you're
honestly.
cheating.
yeah,
Well, waking up in the morning, horrible, and then going and rolling with these dudes that I didn't know and didn't care,
yeah,
and I would always get like beat up because I was always one of the smaller guys there. And then trying to go through the rest of my day with my neck all kinked up was not fun.
Oh, yeah. My neck hurts today because somebody squeezed the shit out of it.
yeah. You guys should just try not going. It's worked for me.
Oh,
I mean,
feel
I
pretty
don't,
good.
you know?
that was our last episode, Mark. We're coming back.
We're coming back. I'm gonna be there tomorrow until this airs and it finds out I didn't go tomorrow.
I've been.
Yeah, and that'll be how it is. So you started at ABJJ?
So I originally started at AGA,
Yeah,
and then when they closed down on Boniface,
yeah,
I went to ABJJ for a little while because I still wanted to train, and
yeah.
AGA wasn't open yet.
Like, you hadn't done anything before AGA started?
I
Really?
mean, I like wrestled in middle school and like did karate.
AGA
growing
was
up,
your first gym
but it
because
was
they're
my first
newer.
gym. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Nice.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
How long did you go to ABJJ for?
I was there like maybe 6 months.
Yeah,
I really only liked to do Muay Thai there with Ali, and
did he teach you?
yeah, he was teaching there when I was going,
Oh, I
and
didn't know
then
that.
when he left or whatever happened with all that,
Yeah,
I kind of bounced too.
yeah. Let's get into that then.
Oh, is that what we're
Yeah,
doing?
So we got time now.
The Alaska community
yeah.
jiu-jitsu drama?
Yeah,
Muay Thai drama?
It's not just Muay Thai, but I think it's just like a in between gyms thing, whether it's like personal issues that stem from a long time ago, whatever it might be. And it's not even just in Alaska, right?
I plead
or
the
just
fifth.
in Anchorage, like it's everywhere. Like
Yeah,
like the Creole term for like Brazilians training at other gyms. And like Gracie Baja, like, you can't train anywhere else type thing. Like, that's a real thing.
That is real.
I'm a big cross trainer.
Yeah, me too. Like, I like going to other gyms.
I
was
too.
like forced to like start getting promotions, like to get purple belt. Like, I had to go to other gyms open mats, and to the point where I'm pretty sure like he called ahead of time to set it up to make sure they had like fucking people there, like good people there. And that was like how I got like tested out.
Oh, that's cool.
And that was just like my instructor. So that doesn't go with like just how everyone at Legacy is. Like, they're telling you to like, you need to go train here, you need to go train there. Because I mean, for all I know, some people there could be against it, right? And same with ABJJ or same with AGA, or just like any of the gyms in town. Like, sometimes it's frowned upon.
No one in AGA will be upset if someone's cross training.
Yeah, AGA is
I knew
like
that as I
sweet.
said it, but I was just like, well, we gotta like
Switzerland.
throw the name out too.
Yeah, they're like
We are so
Switzerland. They're so
welcoming there,
neutral.
guys. Please come to
They're
AGA.
very neutral.
We love newcomers.
But yeah, like some people, like it's a frowned upon thing, right? And it's a real thing, and like I don't know how it is, but like you obviously, like you said, you're a fan of it.
Oh yeah.
And then you train at Legacy, but you also go to Arctic Jiu-Jitsu once in a while, or used to.
Oh, I teach a self-defense class at Arctic Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
So that's my affiliation with them, is that they were looking into, because we in Alaska, the crime against women is just dramatic.
Yeah.
And we recently had something happen to like a military family that was very disheartening, very sad. And so they were very interested in like a self-defense class.
Yeah.
I got approached about it and we started teaching on there, and
Yeah.
it's doing really well. So that's my affiliation with them. Nifo and the Falatogai brothers do teach there. And I love them.
Yeah, I love them
So they teach MMA classes there, and I think it's just the MMA. And so I was attending those, and my goal is to go back to those because they're so great.
I'd like to go to one of those, but I don't have a base pass. So if you guys want to hit me up with a base pass for a couple classes,
Yes, I get a
I'd be
base pass
about
to go
it.
there. But Legacy is my home gym as far as like where I train, where I go to get training. That's where I typically go to for jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu in general, love Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Contra, I think he's a great instructor. His personality and my personality just fit really well.
I really like John. So John is one of the brothers that I've sparred with like the
I
most.
love John.
Really.
Yeah.
And every time I've sparred with him, it's always been such a good like technical round. It's always been super good. No
Yeah.
one's ever like dick measuring contest.
No.
It's always so fun.
There is no ego involved when you're
Yeah.
sparring with John.
I reached out to him maybe a month or two ago.
Oh my gosh, do a podcast with him or Nifo.
He left me on red.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think I reached out to Nifo. He said he would. A ton of people I reached out to like a year ago when it first started, and then I just haven't like got back around to him, and I feel bad about it. But shoot, maybe both of them. We get them both on or something.
That would be great.
That would be cool.
So, but yeah, like I'm all about cross training, and like I said, it's helped me, and whether it was just to get promoted, or just like a confidence thing, because like we've gone over before, like I'm a huge introvert. Like I hate like public interaction. Like I don't want to be like seen or noticed. Like if I see you in a grocery store, I will go down a different aisle. Like I will hide, which is why I don't go to the grocery store, right? So, but it's helped me like just to be confident with my jiu-jitsu, to get out of like that introvert phase a little bit.
I agree with that.
Not even a phase, because like it's still 100% in, but I said being forced to go to ABJJ. I like going to AGA's open mats, but like just with work on the weekends now, it's been tough. So I haven't been in like 2 months, probably, maybe longer. But like that was where I'd go like every weekend. And then of course like training regularly or semi-regularly now at Legacy. Like I could go to like all these different gyms, And when I moved to Florida, it helped me out so much because like I was ready to like just step into a new gym I've never seen or been to with people I don't know and be confident enough. Like I was like, all right, I'm going to do okay. Like
I love doing that when I go out of state. I just go to gyms.
Oh, me too.
And go
Yeah.
and cross train.
Yeah.
That's so much fun.
I never have like on a vacation or anything. Just because I think I'm just lazy. Like I'm just there to do completely nothing. Like I just want to go to the beach and that's it type of thing.
I don't know. I went to this gym, Kurlo Muay Thai.
Yeah.
And it is my new like home away from home. Anytime I'm in LA, I'm going to this place.
I think it depends on where I'm going. Like if they have a big gym there, like if they have a well-known 10th Planet or just a really well-known gym, I'm going. Or like a UFC.
When I went to Colorado,
gym.
I went to High Altitude, and that's where like
that'd be
Sandhagen
cool.
and
Yeah.
Usman and Gaethje train, and that was super
Yeah,
cool.
I would totally. Like if I was vacationing near there, I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, got to hit this up on my list.
Yeah. Are there like big drop-in fees there?
It actually wasn't too bad for like a week. I think it was like $50
For a whole week?
Oh,
For,
that's
like, a
great
whole
for a
week.
week.
Yeah, that's a deal.
I really
Because-
didn't think it was that bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
I could be wrong. Because they did just move to a bigger location,
Okay.
so they could have changed it.
Yeah.
But when I was going there and like in the classes gonna pay, and it really did not seem that bad for any of the drop-in
Day
fees.
passes at gyms right now are pretty.
Yeah. Like if you went to like the Sue's #1, I think it's on right now is in Austin. So if you went to Austin like and you tried to drop into like B Team or New Wave, like I'm pretty sure it's like
Crazy,
like
right
$100
now.
or something crazy like that. So yeah, $50 for a whole week. Even if it's $100 for a whole week,
It probably could have been that too, but even then, it was like
That's a deal.
That's a deal. Yeah.
because like just if you want to drop into like an open mat somewhere like locally, it's $20.
Yeah.
You know, and that's for 2 hours, one day. You know.
That does make sense to me. Like in other sports, I would imagine that if you wanted to train with those like top athletes or they're celebrities, like you'd have to pay. You have to pay a fee to get to see a celebrity. Like you're gonna have to pay a fee to train with these athletes.
And I mean, I met Corey Sandhagen while I was there, so that was super cool too.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And like I would get it like if they're gonna be there, right? But there's no guarantee they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know how they'd keep track of it, but like, hey, if Gordon Ryan's not there or Craig Jones isn't there, let's drop this fee a little bit.
What
right?
about their coaches? Like if you're getting trained by
That's
their
true.
coaches,
Yeah, like but it's
like Danaher?
Danaher, yeah. But to be honest, like I'm not like a huge fan of Danaher. Like you know, obviously, like he's a great coach and instructor.
he's too slow for me.
But like, am I gonna sit there and listen to him spend 6 hours talking about Amagashis and shit like that? No, come on. Like, have you ever seen like any of the instructionals? Like even the Instagram clips they put out of the instructionals are 15, 20 minutes long.
They're very long.
pretty long.
It's a
I've
clip.
tried to get
Half
into
the
it.
time they're talking.
Yeah, like so. I'm gonna pass on that.
feel
But like
you.
I would love to go to like to an open mat and like roll with the people there or something like that.
Yeah.
But again, like hey, if those top people aren't there and like I don't get to like get into some contact with them and like a roll or something with them, like well, I don't think paying $100 to drop into your gym is worth it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm just gonna go train with some of your students no one's ever heard of, right? Like
So that is crazy though. So a couple of the students that were at High Altitude were like legit fighters that I've never heard of, and a lot of those dudes were pretty good.
oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And it's like, damn, bro. I was watching, like, I follow a bunch of them on Instagram now, and they've got some fights, and they've been whooping some ass. And I'm like, dude,
yeah.
it's cool that I trained with these people.
That
you
is
know?
Yeah.
so cool.
Like they all start out somewhere, right? And you know, once upon a time, Corey Sandhagen was never heard of, or Kamaru Usman was never heard of. And I'm sure, like, you're not just going to go and be a hobbyist paying the gym membership that those places are going to charge you, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure, like, New Wave or B Team, like, I'm sure it's over $200 a month.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So you're not going to go and be like, all right, I'm going to go once a week, you know, like, hey, I would train every day if I was paying that membership.
Mm-hmm.
So you're obviously, and then learning from the best, like, you're going to get great.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe not like Gordon Ryan levels, but you're going to be better than most people that, you know, you're training to grapple against.
Yeah.
You know, being robbed.
it's a ghost.
Yeah.
Definitely a ghost.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you should train other places.
I agree.
I agree.
I think it helps your jiu-jitsu. Like you were saying, it helps build confidence in your jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Rolling with people that I have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
And they have the same belt as me. And then like being able to hold my own, do okay.
I think
Yeah.
coaches too.
Real big, yeah. It was a real big like confidence boost. Like, okay,
Yeah.
Alaska Jiu-Jitsu can hold its own against.
It is good because
The
you know
other
I haven't trained in like
states.
other
Yeah.
states except for Florida. But I competed in Florida, trained, dropped into a different gym, but obviously trained at the regular gym I was at, and it was good to know that like Alaska Jiu-Jitsu can hang with like
Yeah.
somewhere like down there, like in Florida or something like that.
No, I agree. I totally agree.
The coaching too. So like you'll get a coach who's like, this is a lot of it is coming from their game and what they know and what they have coached other people through.
Yeah.
And so it may be like jiu-jitsu is so big. There's
is.
so much. I don't doubt that I've just scratched the surface. And so you get one coach who's like, this is my arena and I'm really good at teaching these specific moves. We all have like our base ones, like the triangle, armbar, rear naked choke. But then you get into like, well, what about De La Hiva? How do you do like shin on shin step,
Someone's
X guard?
niche game plan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you start talking to coaches who are super into that and are able to teach that on a level where you're like, yes, I am trying to develop this game. Oh, and they're like, great, let me teach you that. I think that's super important. So I really look into when I like the one time I trained at AGA or went to one of their classes, I really liked that the instructor taught a move that I was really familiar with, but he went about it in such a different way.
Yeah.
And it really clicked for me that
That's
day.
the other thing that I really like too, is learning like the same thing that you already thought you knew, but a different way. And it's like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like this way better.
I do. Yeah, that hit for me.
But that's like just like one of the things of jiu-jitsu, right? Like everyone has like their own little spin or style on, like you said, like De La Hiva, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone has like maybe a different like heel grip or a pant grip, or like I like to like reach around the whole ankle and grab the front so I can twist everything. And people use like the deep De La Hiva X and all this other stuff like they do. So like it's just good to like, because different body types, different, you know, experience levels, like there's like a different style of every position that's
Different strokes for
probably
different
gonna
folks.
fit everybody.
Yeah. ABJJ does have a women's jiu-jitsu class that is taught by women, and I think that's badass. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
did go to that, and they were the same size as me, and I
Yeah.
thought that was brilliant.
Who Tessa teaches that? Is that right?
Tessa wasn't teaching that day.
No. I think maybe Dylan.
But learning
teaches
from
it
her is
too,
dope.
And they have some like really good girls over there.
They do.
Yes, they do.
And like like good ranked guns like brown and purple and black belts there.
The class was full. Like I
yeah.
thought, I was like, oh, I'm walking in and I'm like, this is a lot of women. This is dope.
Yeah,
this
I
is
saw
amazing.
they made another post of one the other day, and there was like 10 girls in the picture, and the girl Tessa was teaching that one, but she's like a college wrestler,
Yeah.
like a really high ranked in
That is my
judo,
understanding.
and like a purple or brown belt in jiu-jitsu.
It was like one time when I went to
That's
go roll
fucking
with her.
badass.
Yeah, she's pretty crazy.
For the women's tournament, right before rolling with her, someone had told me that she's a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
And I usually start my matches standing.
Yeah.
And they were like, she's a really good wrestler. Don't play that game with her. So I sat my ass down.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't
should've
have
just
to know
played.
that right
Yeah.
then and
It's
there. You
tough,
could have told me
right?
after. I
Yeah.
could have dealt with her taking me down at that point, you know? But
Yeah.
I sat down and got squished, and I was like, dang it.
Yeah,
Because then you get in the mentality.
Yeah, I did.
it goes along with like that, you know, being prepared and like training other gyms and testing out like your game and
Yeah.
just knowing that your game works.
Yeah.
And then like when you get in your own head or someone else gets in your head for you, they're like, she wrestles really good. I'm like, oh shit. And then like, I feel like I'm decent at wrestling, but I'd get in my own head and be like, I don't know how to wrestle.
Me neither.
I'm going to sit down. And then,
I don't know how to sit down. That's the like I've always been standing up, and so that was the one time where I was like, I guess I'm sitting down, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't fucking know what to do from here.
People
how do you
tell
start
me
a
my
match?
wrestling's all right, but then I'm like, when someone's like, hey, he's wrestled, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I wrestled in middle school. I didn't really wrestle, you know?
Wrestled in
yeah,
middle.
that's
like-
how I feel too. Like, I
It's
feel
like-
like I have pretty good wrestling. But then it's for someone who's never wrestled
Yeah,
before.
it's like,
someone
yeah.
who learned all his wrestling from jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
So if I say I'm a good wrestler, I mean, I'm pretty all right for jiu-jitsu wrestling.
Yeah, he's a good jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
wrestler, guys. It's okay.
Yep. Like if you wrestled in
That's real.
college, like I'm probably not taking you down.
If you wrestled in high school,
Yeah.
you probably got
You
me
know,
beat.
if anyone you know's ever wrestled, I'm probably not going to take you down. So That's the extent of my wrestling. Like I have an arm drag and a single leg, and if that doesn't work, we'll pull guard. You know, like that's it. So
We're pulling guard, baby.
that's it.
Yeah. But now I'm forcing myself to learn how to start a roll from the bottom,
Yeah.
which is very positive.
That's good. You have to do that, right?
Yeah.
And it's right now it's like shin on shin. I just glue myself to the shin, and then
Yeah,
I'm
shin on
like,
shin is
where do
the-
I go from here?
It's the best. And you always like people think you're gonna like a shin on shin into like single leg X or like into like X guard or something like that. But if you just go the opposite way and grab the other ankle, you just use it as a takedown and you get on top.
Ooh, I didn't
So
think about that.
a fun one for you to
I am
add.
discovering that world right now.
I like shin on shin because as someone who doesn't care about my shins being in pain,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't like their shins hurting.
As a Muay Thai fighter, you're like,
You're
I
like-
don't feel this. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
you're like,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't like shin on shin, you know, because it
It's-
hurts.
But then
Very
my
true.
mentality stops there. I'm like, pain. And
Yeah.
you're like, we're doing jujitsu. Calm
I
down.
like to do that to people like that I'm rolling with, like where they're like I'm on say like top half guard and I just like slide the leg over and just go shin to shin like bone to bone with them when they're on bottom and put them all my weight on it. And that's a fun one. I had this a good friend in Florida, and I used to do it to him a lot. And he would be playing like bottom, like he liked playing like bottom guard. And as I'd like just kind of step into the guard, he'd like kind of roll to his side a little bit, and I would just grab his and pull it into my shin.
Oh, that's great.
And it was the funnest thing for me to do because you could see like just like the pain in the face happen, and it was just funny because like no one's expecting you to do
Yeah.
it.
No.
And like I said, if you've never been like bone to bone with somebody, it's painful.
It is. It's not great. It's
Yeah.
not a good feeling.
So
It's a rite of passage in Muay Thai.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you did it.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
so I could never do that.
It's
I have
not
sensitive
great.
shins.
I mean, me too.
Conditioning.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Well,
teaching.
I don't condition anything. Not my cardio, not my bones, nothing.
You can condition your
I don't even
face to get
condition my hair.
punched.
I would rather not, honestly.
feel like-
What?
I feel like-
You
I
were
feel like
gonna-
you'd have to
I
get-
was like, yeah, join me on that one.
See, you know,
What would you condition it
Yeah,
with?
You
Punches?
taking the way that I took a punch when I first got started compared to how I take a punch now. Fucking
No.
my face is conditioned.
I take
out
a
of my
punch the
brain.
same way now that I did when I was 6, and that's with a lot of tears.
I mean,
Still, you're
Yeah.
sobbing.
I like-
I don't cry anymore, thank you.
I like not losing brain cells, so being punched in the face is something I try not to get.
That's true. That's why you developed your head movement, but it happens. You catch a really good one. Sometimes you walk into it, and you're like, okay, move on.
Yeah.
But before, tears.
Yeah, all tears.
You just start sobbing, and Hunter's like, "What's happening right now? We're in the middle of a sparring session."
punched me.
No. See, you just cry and keep fighting.
Yeah.
You just
tears.
bawl and just
Yeah.
keep fighting.
You ever spar with that person who's sobbing?
I am that person.
Oh, okay.
You hit me in the nose, right? And my eyes are going to just start.
Yeah.
How knock on like I was about to say semen, but cement.
Yeah, well, you could do that too.
Or chair, but
Back to the algorithms, people.
Yeah.
I have yet to get my nose broken.
I mean, I haven't either, but also knock on wood. But if you hit it just right,
You should try it.
my whole
You'll-
whole face will just light up. It's red.
tear
My
up.
eyes water.
Yeah.
My nose starts running. I start sneezing. Oh yeah, it's not good.
Get your eye scraped during a punch.
I have had that happen.
With the
It's
boxing
not fun.
glove. It happened to me a lot yesterday. Yesterday was sparring at Legacy. Every Wednesday, y'all, 5:30. See me there.
You can punch her.
You can try.
You can try to break that nose.
You can try to break my nose.
If you haven't broken your nose, I recommend it. It'll change your life.
That's what my first boxing coach was like. Before you can take a fight, I have to break your nose.
Oh.
So that they don't
That's
do
rough.
it to you. Right.
Yeah.
He was like, so they don't do it to you. Cause he was like describing it as a traumatic experience for him. But he's like, my first fighter got his nose broken in the ring and they called it because he was bleeding so bad.
He was
and
crying so bad.
He was crying.
So
And he's like, so now I punch my fighters in the
so
nose.
you break
Sounds
their
like a
nose,
horrible gym.
and yeah, that sounds terrible.
Don't go to her first.
He was also,
Please don't.
He was like, we condition your shins by hitting banana trees. He was very old school.
And then we also shoot you up with steroids in the back.
Yeah,
So,
that's sounds about right.
Yeah.
yeah.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
I wish I went to that type of gym.
That
free steroids.
whoa.
Free steroids.
Yeah.
No.
So I wouldn't say I've broken my nose because I don't think I ever actually have broken my nose, but I do vividly remember getting hit in the face with a baseball
Oh.
right on the nose,
Yeah.
real
Been there.
hard, and just gushing blood.
That sounds like it was broken.
So it could have been broken, but we didn't go to the hospital. We just shoved some tissue papers up there and went back to playing baseball outside in the street.
Sounds like the 90s.
Early 2000s.
Sounds like the early 2000s. The spit on it and move on.
Yeah.
That's still
rub
part of
some
that
dirt
era,
in it.
right?
Yeah, rub some dirt on
The
it.
sticks
You'll
and
find.
stones may
also-
break my bones, but words will never hurt me
Exactly.
era.
It's also baseball, and there's no crying in baseball.
Oh, I was crying for sure. I was only like 6 or 7.
Well,
And it was terrifying. There was a lot of blood.
yeah.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Very much. Very much. It was scary, dude.
That sounds scary. The idea of my coach punching me in the face definitely deterred me from ever taking a fight. But he
Yeah.
was like, "It's coming. We're preparing you." And then I got pregnant. Maybe that was I self-sabotaged myself.
Maybe. Yeah.
You were like, this will be better.
This will
but-
be better for me. This will hurt way less.
Way less.
Fucking, it did not. I probably should have just got my nose broken.
Yeah. But
Just kidding. Being a mom is the best
It's the best feeling in the world.
in the world.
But if you don't have kids, that's a good feeling
Just
too.
put a lot
I
of
don't
thought
have
into
kids.
it before you start
Yeah. Be 30.
poking holes in the condom.
Yeah. Be 30 years old before you have kids.
I will say it's very nice to have a PC and be able to play it all the time.
Yeah,
Because
I
I don't have
imagine.
kids.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. When's the last time I played a game? I played Tetris a week ago.
I played Mario Kart with my kids.
See, that
Bonding.
was...
Only my daughters, though, because, they're my daughters.
My son makes me play Call of Duty.
Oh,
I do remember that.
Rough.
He likes me playing Call of Duty, or he likes people playing Call of Duty with him.
I tried playing Fortnite with one of my boys before, and it took me like 20 minutes to finally kill somebody. And I died multiple
I
times.
hate that game.
Right?
You're like, why do I keep building something? I've also tried that one.
Yeah.
He's like, stop pushing that button.
Yeah, and I was just like, all right, we're gonna play until I kill someone. We could be here all day, kid. So buckle up. And finally, like, got a kill. I was like, all right, we're out of here.
We're done.
I'm
All right.
done. You play
I'm
as
putting
long
the
as you
controller
want.
down. Who's taking it?
Yeah, I'm done. This game sucks.
I agree. I never got into Fortnite. I liked PUBG better.
Yeah.
I liked PUBG.
You know what
I did.
You know what I
play
want to get
PUBG.
into is the Oculus.
I'm
I
scared.
have
VR.
one. I have one of those.
One of my boys has one, and it was pretty fun.
They're pretty cool.
But I feel like I need my own, and I can just play it whenever I want.
Yeah.
And to get into like some cool games.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I used to play a lot of poker on that thing. VR poker is so much fun.
VR poker.
Virtual
Out
reality
of all
poker.
of the games. You're
Yes.
like- you could play poker in real life.
Yeah, but that's real money. I play poker with fake money, so I
Oh.
don't actually lose real money.
You could.
Because I suck at poker.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
You use the Monopoly money,
Yeah.
but you're like, I need a VR helmet.
But it's like, I could use Monopoly money, but
You
like,
could play on your phone.
if I'm going to play real poker in person with people, you got to have money on
Is
the
it with
line.
people? Are you like with like,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
live
Like,
with other
they're
people?
real other
Oh,
people
yeah.
wearing a
This is
headset.
nuts, you guys. Okay, I might need a VR.
You should get one. They probably got, I don't know if they have like Grand Theft Auto for that or
They might.
what they have for
They got a
it,
bunch of
but
shit.
It's pretty realistic. Like when you see the people like jumping through their TVs and running into the wall and shit like
That's
that,
hilarious.
for good reason.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember what we were playing, but it was like one wrong step. I was up on this platform and like one wrong step, like I was like, oh shit, and like actually lost balance. Like it was a good time.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good time. I'll try.
So my boss, so two things from my boss, my supervisor at work, he showed me this thing like Apple's coming out with, this like Apple headset or something. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like $5,000.
Oh, God.
And I
my
think it
gosh.
just like shows up like your home screen on this would, but you could sit here and tap the different things, and it works as VR too, and all this other stuff. So I don't know like when it's coming out. Doesn't matter because I would never buy it, but it looked like it was pretty crazy too. Like it wrapped all the way around, like you had like a full 360 view. You could see it was pretty cool.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
That does sound cool.
Another
Augmented
thing.
reality.
Yeah, exactly.
Another thing, and we could end it on this probably just for time wise. He asked me like some pretty good questions, like you would just kind of like ask your friends, but pretty realistic about it. He asked me what animal I could fight and I think I could win, and trying to be like realistic about it. What was it? What'd you say?
Said that's a can of worms.
A
Oh,
cat.
right. So that's what I said. I was like, But you're not going to fight like a lion, right? Like,
Nah, tiger.
I could fight
I-
a medium-sized dog, and I think that's the max I'm going.
I told him a lynx. Like, I think
You think you can?
I think I could take a lynx. I've never seen like a real big one. I don't think they get real big, but I thought that was a medium-sized cat. Like, obviously, we're not going to go fight a leopard or a cheetah.
I think if you punted it hard enough, you could break its neck with one kick.
I think if I could get a hold of it, like it's not going to outmuscle me. Like
No.
it's going to claw and bite.
It's gonna, yeah.
But I think if I could get a hold of it, I think I could fuck it.
I think I could
that's
fight a
true.
black bear.
I think
See,
you could fight a black.
Right?
Yes,
could-
I think we could all fight a black
We
bear.
could all fight it.
Yeah.
It's can you beat it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel like I
A
could kick
black
its ass.
bear?
So
A black bear.
Those things weigh like
If-
they get up to like 600 pounds, don't they?
600
they're
pounds.
quite large.
Well, you don't want it on top of you.
If
Yeah.
I've learned anything from Greek mythology, it's lions can't defend against a guillotine. So I will just guillotine the shit out
so-
of some lion and win.
That was my reasoning. I was like,
You're
I think
going
I could
to
do
the
this.
front of the lion.
He's charging me. What else am I supposed to do?
Jump on its
Yeah.
back. No, naked choke him.
You do your little slide to the right, and you just sink in the guillotine.
Oh.
Just jump guard.
Yeah.
I took it a step further than the lynx. I
don't know.
I don't think I could take a lion.
I don't.
Me
think
neither.
I
I
could
mean,
either.
Though I have thought of a black bear before.
Right, a black bear.
One that's just waking up from hibernation,
Oh,
and I'm on top of its den, and bah, I ambush it. But not like one that's getting ready to hibernate, right? That's like full grown. I do think I could fight a hyena and win.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know how big they are, but I feel like that would be like the high end of the animals
Sure.
you could fight.
You're also bigger than me, so okay.
Yeah.
I could maybe
I'm gonna stick with my answer of a medium-sized dog,
a koala.
A mid-sized dog.
mid-sized dog. If it's a German Shepherd,
No.
Yeah.
hopefully
Those
I
things
get
are big, bro. Have
Hopefully
you-
I get lucky, right? But I think I might die.
That's like the size of a wolf.
I think I might die.
I feel like I would have to like punch it in the face or kick it.
Have you ever like
start-
I would also just shoot this thing.
This is also if
honestly,
they're
let's be
attacking
real.
us,
Yeah.
right? Like we're not
No,
just
I'm gonna
fighting
go pick out a
animals,
fight with
y'all.
this dog.
No,
Right?
we're
Like, just-
picking out a fight to try
What's
and
that animal?
prove our worth.
Like
yeah. Behind curtain number
Advocate
2,
C group.
the
Is
black
it-
bear.
Is it PETA? PETA's gonna come for us.
They could.
PETA's terrible. Who cares?
Yeah, PETA
They
sucks.
kill more dogs than they rescue.
They probably do, right?
Dang,
They
I
like to
didn't know about
euthanize
this.
They
them all.
euthanize
Theory.
a bunch of dogs
Oh, I had no idea, y'all.
because like they aren't getting adopted or whatever.
because that's what they do.
Yeah.
So I don't have cable. I have Amazon TV, and they have this like live TV button you have, and it has cool nature shows on it. And unfortunately, it's always the same show at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So as I lay down in bed at 8:30, it's always the same spot for the most part. But there's this orangutan thing.
Nope.
And no,
You
I don't think I
cannot
could
find
find
an
I
orangutan?
certainly cannot find an orangutan. Any type
monkey?
of monkey.
Nope.
Bigger, a chimpanzee or bigger. I think there's some monkeys smaller.
I don't know.
Macaque. I could probably.
Some
I could probably
of
beat.
these small monkeys are kind of vicious.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
But-
you've seen the one where it's like tore the woman's face.
Yeah, the chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever like fight a chimpanzee.
No, I think that was like, what do they call them? A munchkin monkey? What are those called? That's not the correct term. I know I'm wrong.
the finger monkey.
The little ones that are super
Wouldn't that be
cute.
funny? The ones that are on your finger in the pictures. If it
Just rips your
got
face off.
you, that'd be something. But and this isn't about fighting or anything, but like in Asia, wherever they are, like people like just capture these things, and they kept it like there was like a baby one, and they kept it in this crate that like it couldn't even stand up in, and it was like curled up in this tiny crate.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. I felt so bad for
Yeah.
it. So I don't know why I brought that up, but
You just wanted to make us sad?
Yes, I watched it and I want other people to feel my pain now.
Oh, great.
But yeah, so yeah, never an orangutan. They get giant. But it also, to bring it back from the sad note, these people's job is to go rescue these things and then like nurse them back to life and, you know, rehab them to get back into the wild.
Yay.
So these people's job is just to play with like orangutans under 1 year old. They're like tiny babies. Cutest thing I've ever
Oh,
seen.
Hunter would
sounds
love
fun.
that.
Yeah. So yeah, so watch that. Cancel cable and get Amazon TVs. So
And just watch
Who has
positive
cable
things.
anyway?
Yeah, no one has cable.
So hard to get
Yeah.
myself to watch positive things.
Yeah. So yeah.
The
back
fights
into-
are happening today at Thursday nights.
Oh, yep. So
I think Devin
unfortunately-
Paulson's fighting.
Jeremiah
Haley's
Sierra.
fighting. Jeremiah Sierra.
Devin and Jeremiah, supposedly, according to Devin, it is a tiebreaker, but according to Jeremiah in the comment section, he is up 2-1.
Oh.
all right.
Okay.
So there is some beef there.
So there's something there. So they'll fight again next month at Thursday Night Fights.
Haley
Probably.
from Legacy is fighting for the first time today. It's her debut.
Who is a member of the 6 a.m. class at Legacy. So big shout out to you.
She goes to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah. At least Fridays. That's the only day I go to anymore.
Morrissey?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
Yep.
badass.
Yep. So yeah, good luck to her. Hopefully she wins. We'll find out obviously before this airs.
I have a
but
good feeling about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She hits hard.
That's what I heard.
Yep.
So I hope to
One of
never
the
find
main
out.
ones
I don't know who that is.
You're going to find out.
Yeah, you know, learn today.
Yes, sir.
All right. Alaskan Scum on
Yep.
Instagram. Stephanie Arce,
Yeah.
the Mediocre Grappler. And thanks for listening. Thanks for
Oh, yeah.
watching. And hopefully next time we'll get somebody on here.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Goodbye.
Later.
Goodbye.